Hello, everyone. This morning at the market, I saw a stall full of fresh, beautiful cucumbers, so I went ahead and bought a bunch to enjoy over time. But the problem is, my family only uses 3 to 4 cucumbers per meal. How long will it take to finish this whole pile? In the past, I used to store them all in the fridge, but before I could eat them, they'd already turned limp and had to be thrown away. Now it's different. I have a trick to keep cucumbers fresh for a whole year. What's the method? Today, I'm going to share with you how to store cucumbers so they stay good for up to an entire year. And especially in this video, I'll also show you 2 dishes involving cucumbers, including one that's so unique that I guess not many people here have ever tried it before. Cucumbers are a cooling fruit that contains many types of vitamins, such as vitamins K, B, C, and potassium, which help support blood pressure and heart health and give the skin a bright, healthy glow. Especially, they are made up of 95% water, which helps hydrate, detoxify the body, and cool it down very well during the summer. That's why my family eats them regularly. And the secret to keeping cucumbers fresh and flavorful all year round is to freeze them. Yes, that's right. Have you ever thought of or heard about freezing cucumbers to preserve them? Sounds strange, doesn't it? But in fact, this is an incredibly convenient tip, not only helping cucumbers stay fresh longer, but also shortening prep time while retaining their cool flavor and signature crunch. The method is extremely simple. When you buy cucumbers, you just need to wash them thoroughly under running water to remove dirt and soil left over from harvesting, dry them, and wrap each fruit with plastic wrap. Then, put them in the freezer. This method is very convenient if you buy them but don't have time to eat them all. Storing them like this can be eaten all year round and still retain their flavor. Freezing slows down the oxidation process and enzyme breakdown, which extends shelf life without the need for chemicals. Especially after defrosting, cucumbers become softer, making them easier to prep or cook. How do you usually prepare cucumbers at home? Eat them raw with a pinch of salt, stir-fry them with meat, or cook them in soup? I kept a few cucumbers out without freezing, so I could show you how to make a refreshing cucumber salad that my kids absolutely love. It's super easy to make, and you only need a few basic ingredients that are probably already in your kitchen. Let's start with the prep. First, wash the cucumbers thoroughly under running water, then soak them in a bowl of lightly salted water for about 10 minutes. This helps remove bacteria and dirt and also makes the peel cleaner so you can eat it without worrying about chemicals. After soaking, take the cucumbers out, let them drain, and then cut them into bite-sized pieces, either thin slices or half moons, depending on your preference. Just make sure not to slice them too thin so they don't get mushy when mixed. Next, prepare a carrot. Peel it, wash it, and cut it into thin strips or slices similar to the cucumbers to keep the texture and look consistent and to help absorb the dressing evenly. Put both the carrot and cucumber into a large mixing bowl, something big enough so nothing spills when you toss it. Now for the dressing. Mix together 3 teaspoons of sugar, 3 teaspoons of good fish sauce, 3 teaspoons of fresh lime juice, and add minced garlic and chili to taste. Stir well until the sugar completely dissolves, creating a sweet, sour, salty, and spicy blend. Then slowly pour the dressing over the cucumber and carrot, gently tossing everything together by hand or with large wooden chopsticks so the flavors coat each piece evenly. Let the salad sit for about 5 to 10 minutes so the vegetables soak up the dressing. Finally, plate the salad and sprinkle some chopped cilantro on top. The cilantro not only adds a signature fragrance, but also makes the dish look more vibrant and appetizing. With just a few simple steps, you'll have a crispy, cool cucumber and carrot salad with a light, sweet, and sour flavor. It's perfect as a side dish, with rice, or even with grilled meats. Give it a try, and I'm sure you, and especially your kids, will love it. Also, frozen cucumbers contain more water than fresh ones because, during freezing, the The water inside the cucumber cells turns into ice crystals that rupture cell membranes. When thawed, water is released quickly, which helps shorten the preparation time. Now just wait for them to freeze and get ready to use them. Back to the cucumbers that were previously frozen. Now is the perfect time to use them to make a refreshing and incredibly simple dish. After taking the cucumbers out of the freezer, you just need to remove the plastic wrap from the portion you plan to use, and if you don't use all of them, you can put the rest back into the freezer to enjoy later. Then, leave them at room temperature for about 15 minutes to thaw. Or, if you want the thawing process to go faster while still maintaining freshness, you can rinse them briefly under cool running water. This helps prevent the cucumbers from getting shocked by the temperature change and still keeps some of their crispness. When the cucumbers are about halfway thawed, meaning they're still a bit firm inside but soft on the outside, that's the ideal time to slice them. Use a sharp knife to cut the cucumbers into moderately thick rounds. Don't slice them too thin, because frozen cucumbers are slightly softer than fresh ones, and if the slices are too thin, they'll fall apart easily. After slicing, sprinkle a small pinch of salt over the cucumber slices and use your hands to gently mix everything evenly. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you will see water from the cucumbers start to release very quickly. Because they were frozen, the cells in the cucumbers have already expanded, which helps draw out water more quickly when salting, without needing too much time. After you see that just enough water has been drawn out, rinse the cucumbers again under clean water to remove the excess salt, then gently squeeze out the water. Don't squeeze too hard or the slices will be crushed. Then place them into a large bowl. Now comes the most exciting part, mixing the seasonings to make the cucumber dish more flavorful. Add in about 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, a bit of fragrant roasted sesame seeds, and a small pinch of salt to taste. Use chopsticks or a spoon to mix everything well until the cucumber slices are evenly coated with the seasoning. For those who enjoy a richer flavor, you can add a few drops of dark soy sauce or fish sauce according to your taste, which helps deepen the flavor of the dish. Mix thoroughly one more time, then arrange everything on a serving plate. Don't forget to sprinkle a bit more roasted sesame seeds on top to enhance the aroma and overall appeal. Even though the cucumbers were previously frozen, this dish still maintains its characteristic coolness, combined with a light crisp texture, refreshing taste, and the aroma of roasted sesame seeds and sesame oil that will make you want to keep eating non-stop. This dish is perfect to enjoy on hot days, as a refreshing side dish in your family meals, or as part of a weight loss menu because cucumbers are low in calories. Convenient, easy to make, doesn't take much time, and makes great use of an ingredient that might seem hard to store, right? So that's it. I have finished sharing how to preserve cucumbers in the freezer to use gradually throughout the year while still keeping them fresh and tasty, along with 2 super simple dishes. One is a refreshing cucumber and carrot salad, and the other is a secret dish made from frozen cucumbers that's truly special. Have you ever tried freezing cucumbers before? Or is there any delicious cucumber dish that I haven't tried yet? Don't hesitate to share in the comment section below. If you find this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and loved ones so everyone knows this great tip. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next video.